5:30. Shootings are down and arrests are up. But in New Haven, the mayor and the new chief said there's more work to do.
And tonight there is a rally planned to mark Gun Violence Awareness Day. That's where we find Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland, who is live with the mobile newsroom in the Elm City. Matt.
Well, Aaron and Mark, because of the rain, they've actually moved the rally scheduled for 6 off the green to this church behind me on the corner of Temple and Elm. Now, the city says it is making progress in getting guns off the street, but it adds as quickly as they do, more appear. While shootings are down year to date and the number of guns seized is up, New Haven Assistant Chief Carl Jacobson hopes to see that trend continue, and so do others.
Yesterday afternoon, I was in front of the police department with one of our lieutenants, and somebody approached us with some anonymous tip information about a person selling ghost guns in the city. So we're starting to get a lot of community involvement, engagement on this.
Today, the Elm City providing an update to a number of recent shootings, including this one, when 23 rounds were fired off outside a New Haven school during dismissal. After first arresting 19-year-old Naquan Swan on gun charges back in April, police have now charged him in connection to the shooting.
The number of guns that we are seizing is frightening and something that we all need to be doing much more work on.
In fact, just since the shooting death of an 18-year-old last month, Jacobson says they've seized a total of 18 guns.
That's a small 2-week period of time where we saw an uptick in violence, but the men and women of this police department were able to make significant, quick, speedy seizures of these weapons to help stop retaliation.
And he adds they're seeing more and more ghost guns, those hard-to-trace guns in which parts can be bought online and put together, including finding 2 in a car on Maple Street, another in the Dwight Chapel neighborhood, and a teenager with one on Bassett Street. The city says this time last year, they had only seized 1 ghost gun. This year, that number is already up to 19.
The reality is that we are just not seeing the progress on the national level to address gun violence. And I speak to you with deep concern because the number of guns that we are taking off the street is both a testament to the work that's being done by the New Haven Police Department and the fact that there are just more guns out there.
Now, tonight's rally with a number of speakers, it's hosted by Connecticut Against Gun Violence, expected to start shortly after 6. Meanwhile, the police chief says they continue to work on a number of those recent gun cases, those shooting cases, and he says they expect to make more arrests. We're live with the mobile newsroom in New Haven. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.